Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to the Whiskey Friend with me, Alan. Here we are again, another new week, another new video, another brand new video. And in today's brand new video, I thought it was time, folks, that I've been doing the YouTube channel now for almost 3 years. I thought it was time to maybe reminisce, take a wee look back at the whiskies that kind of helped me on my journey, got me into whiskey, maybe helped me move on from my Glenlivets 12s, my Glenfiddich 12s and my Aberlour 10s. So these whiskies are the ones that was going to give me a little bit more complexity, a little bit more, a better mouthfeel, higher ABVs. So these are 5 whiskies that I've chosen today, folks. These are by no means the best 5. These are just the 5 that helped me on my journey. These are the 5 now that I use and I share with folk who are trying to get into whiskey and who are trying to move on from those Glenlivets and those Glenfiddichs. So all of these ones, guys, I think they're absolutely fantastic. I've chosen because of their price points. They're not going to break anybody's bank. They're kind of £30 to £40, which I think is a great step up from your typical entry-level whiskies. And they've got that wee bit more complexity, and they're pretty much easy to get hold of as well. So they're none of these I think should be too difficult to pick up anywhere. Certainly in the UK they're readily available all over. Not too sure in global markets. So without any further ado, guys, I'm going to mess around. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to go in big. I'm going straight in with the bad boy of them all. So I've got the Glenfarclas 12, the Dangerous Dram. Why is it the Dangerous Dram, I hear you saying? But if you've watched the channel, then you'll probably know why it's the favourite Dangerous Dram. It's 43% ABV, and don't let that fool you. This is the lightest ABV of the 5 that I'm going to do today. But it's gas-fired stills at Glenfarclas, and I'm pretty sure it gives it that little bit of, on arrival, it's that intensity, it's that hot, it's heated, it's warm, it's spicy, it's a little bit aggressive, if I'm being honest, on that initial first sip. But where this transforms is on that second sip and that third sip. This is it transforms into the Dangerous Dram. It really sneaks up on you. It becomes so easy to sip. It's got those beautiful sherry notes that you'd be accustomed to now with Glenfarclas. It's got a beautiful kind of honey toffee note in there as well, but it's raisiny, it's figgy, it's Christmas cakey, but it becomes really spicy, really fruity, really engaging whiskey, guys. And I think if you were doing a group of lads and you're a group of malt mates and you went on a fishing trip or a camping trip and you cracked a bottle of this open, I think once that cork came off, that wouldn't go back on again. So hence, this is why this was a Dangerous Dram. So that's the first one on the list, guys. Just to let you know, all the 5 whiskies, I have reviewed them in full. I will pop links up here somewhere above, so if you want to go back and check them out in full, please feel free to go back and check out these videos. So where are we going next? Second one, I'm staying on the Highland single malt. So this time I'm heading over to the Glencadam distillery with the Glencadam 10. We're moving up in ABV. This is going up to 46% ABV. It's unchill filtered and there's no added colour. Absolutely fantastic. So it ticks all the boxes at Glencadam. If I had a cap on, I would tip my cap to Glencadam. Wonderful stuff. This for me is perfect for this time of year. It's my summer go-to whiskey. The 10-year-old, I'm actually whizzing through the 13-year-old Glencadam at a minute, which is equally beautiful. It's very light, it's very fresh, it's very bright, it's so fruity, it's so floral. But it has that, the complexity now comes up a little bit. It has more those kind of, it's fruity, but it's grassy. It's a grassy outdoor note feel to it. It's tropical notes in there, some tropical fruit. There's lots of apples, lots of pears. It's got a beautiful spicy element to it. It's malty. It's just a wonderful piece of work. I picked this up for £33 a bottle. That for me is just insane. It's criminal. But big props again to Glencadam. Long may it continue. Keep it at that kind of money, and this will always be on my shelf as well. So that's the second one on the list, which is the Glencadam 10. Moving on to the third one, folks, we're heading over to the Loch Lomond 12. Absolutely fantastic. This is a little bit different. This is 46% ABV again. It's unchill filtered. I believe there's a little bit of colour added into this one. For me, it doesn't affect it in the slightest. I picked this up for £28 a bottle, which again is just crazy money. I think it usually retails around about the £35 to £40 market. If you see it on offer, which is from time to time, guys, it pops up on offer. I'd jump all over this one. What the difference with this one, this is again, it's really sweet. It's 3 cask maturations in this one. It's got ex-bourbon, it's got refill casks, and it's got recharred casks. And it brings a little bit of smoke and peat into this one as well, so it's nice and subtle, it's nice and light in there, but there's lots of citrus, there's lots of lemon, lots of lime, it's nutty, it's chocolatey, lots of honey and vanilla and toffee, and it's beautiful sweet whiskey. It's got a long spicy finish, and again, this one, it's so easy to sip on, guys. It's just a wonderful piece of work for the guys at Loch Lomond. So I'm going to split these into 2 categories, guys. These 3 that I've got here are 3 that I would definitely recommend if you're trying to improve your whiskey journey. Try something a little bit more complex, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more mouthfeel, a little bit more flavour and taste. Then these are 3 fantastic whiskies that I would highly recommend. The next 2, they're slightly different, because these are 2 that everyone should have on their bar. They should have these in everybody's cabinet. Every house, every whiskey household on the planet should have both of these whiskies on their shelves. One of these whiskies has been with me from the very day one. The very first whiskey review that I ever did on the channel was this whiskey, and the other one is they're both just incredible whiskies, and they're both under that £40. So again, it's just incredible value, incredible quality, complexity. Let me go into the first one. So the first one, guys, is the one that's been with me from day one, which is the Kilkerran 12. Again, ex-bourbon cask. It's from the Glencadam distillery. A little bit of Campbelltown moving on now, so there's a little bit of Campbelltown funk going on in here. But again, it's fruity, it's fresh, it's bright. There's a little bit of tropical note in there. There's some pineapple, there's some apples. You've got some maritime element, you've got a little bit of coastal element, and it's a little bit of savoury in there as well. A little bit of smoke in there in the background as well. So it's got everything on this one. Again, this is £35 to £40, folks. If you haven't tried this one, why not? Get out and find some of this. So the last one, and not the least, this is, we're heading, it wouldn't be the same if I didn't do something from Islay. So I'm cracking on with the Bunnahabhain 12. Beautiful black bottle. Ex-bourbon cask, ex-sherry cask. For me, it's a little bit more sherry influenced. Beautiful fruitcake notes. Raisins, figs, plums, all those kind of rich dark fruits. Subtle fruits. Maybe a little bit of stewed fruit in there, but there's some beautiful toffee in there, some beautiful fudge and honey, and it goes a little bit nutty in this as well. As regards with the smoke, I pick the smoke up from time to time. I don't get it every time I drink it. I know it's in there somewhere, depending on the mood, depending on how much I dive into it, then you do get it from time to time. So there's a nice little subtle little smoky element in there as well. So guys, that's my 5. By no means are these the best 5 or the favourite. These are just the 5 that Alan, the whiskey friend, uses throughout his whiskey journey, and to help people now. And I share a lot of these moving on to people who are trying to get into whiskey, try to sample something a little bit different, a little bit more complex, a little bit more integrity in the bottlings and stuff like that. So yeah, these are fantastic 5. I'd be very interested, guys, to hear what your whiskies would be. What whiskies do you use to get people into whiskey? Which whiskies do you use to get people to move on to that next level of whiskey? And again, which whiskey do you guys, are these on your shelves? Is any of them on your shelves? Dive in and let me know, guys. So that's pretty much with this one. I'm trying to make it nice and quick and get going. If you've liked the video, folks, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, hit that like button. If you've not subscribed, what you're waiting for, guys, is just down here. Smash that subscribe button. A friendly reminder from me today, it doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free, and you're helping the channel massively on its way to the magical 5k. Don't forget to click that bell to be kept up to date with future notifications and any live streams that I'm popping out. And all the usual social media platforms you can get us on: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. I'll pop all the links into the description, guys. If you want to catch up with us there, feel free to pop over and check out those pages. And other than that, I'm Alan, I'm the Whiskey Friend, and as always, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one, and the pleasure is in the sharing, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Cheers now, bye bye.